are now tuned in to this week's episode of our podcast. Today we are going to interview some of the greatest and most influential minds in our field. By sharing our collective expertise, we will show you how to harness, control, and use your own skill set to achieve ultimate success and live the life you want. And now, please welcome your host.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new hit show here. Of course, we're calling it the Swanky Gaming Podcast with your host, Kennedy Lucas. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of K.L.P. Entertainment if you're somehow listening to us there. We're also streaming our podcast, the Swanky Gaming Podcast, on our Twitch account. We'll have that in our link description. But it's Swanky Gaming is the name of our Twitch account. You go to twitch.tv /SwankyGaming3, and it's going to load up our Twitch account. So that way you guys would never miss another epic gameplay or a podcast. Now, I wanted to start something new. You guys know how we do a lot of gaming related things on our podcast. We do a lot of gaming content. If you guys haven't seen it yet on our YouTube, we do a lot of gameplays. We do have a topic to talk about today because this is a game that I'm playing currently and it really is amazing. But we'll get to that in just a few seconds here. If you guys haven't followed our Instagram, of course, it's my personal Instagram, Kennedy Lucas, K.L.P, as you guys might remember, or Swanky Studios, of course, Swanky Studios 1. We would not develop a Swanky Gaming Instagram because we already have so many accounts that we're managing, whether it's Swanky Records, GTP, K.L.P Photography, Element Magazine. So I don't want to diverse and just have another new Instagram for Swanky Gaming. I just want this to be kind of a Twitch kind of thing. And also kind of for Spotify, Pandora, and iHeart, which the Swanky Gaming Podcast will be hosted on there. This podcast, we're only talking specifically about gaming. We will not talk about what we normally talk about with our trending news with our Lucas Chat podcast. We will not talk about GGC as pertaining to Grizzly Talk podcast. This podcast is strictly only for gaming and the gaming community. So, if you guys don't know, I do have gaming profiles. It's Xbox and PlayStation 4. You guys can follow our PlayStation 4. It's K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas is going to have our bear logo, purple bear logo with the Swanky Gaming on there. That is our Swanky Gaming profile for PlayStation. And get this, a shout out to me and my bro, Brian Patterson from the Gaming Bros. Our Xbox gamer tag is Lucas and Ryan. Xbox charges you $10 to get your gaming tag changed, and I'm not a cheapskate, I'm not frugal, I'm not cheap, but I just don't want to pay $10 just to change a name, I'd rather keep it the same, because back in our childhood, we did have an Xbox, when we just named it Lucas and Ryan, because we shared it, me and my brother Ryan, so I never got around to changing it, so we ended up, keeping the gamer tag, but it is Lucas and Ryan for Xbox, so if you guys want to follow us there for sure. Now, I do have the topic today. This is a game that everyone is playing in their platforms, only for PlayStation. So for my Xbox players, I'm sorry, this week's episode probably won't really pertain to you. Unless you have a PlayStation 4 along with your Xbox, then that's okay. But if you only have an Xbox, this episode may not pertain to you this week. But stick around next week. We'll talk about Xbox news next week or later on in this week. But today, we're here to talk about the hit game. And of course, you guys know what it is. It's Final Fantasy VII, the remake. Yes. So this game here is really, really extremely good. I played some of it. You guys can see it on our Twitch account. We played the first round of it. I did mention with our gameplays nowadays, we're just doing select episodes. I know a lot of gaming channels are doing series, and they're doing a lot of series for it. I just don't. Me being a busy man and we're running shows outside of our gaming catalog, I just don't have the time to really sit down and do series every single day of every single moment. So we decided for all of our gameplays, we're just going to be doing select series and select parts of gaming just to kind of talk about the game. That's just what's going to make our channel a little bit different from the rest. A lot of gaming channels are great, but they're about the same. So, I wanted to figure out a way to change up how we do gaming on our channel. So we're going to be doing a lot of select episodes and a lot of select random gameplays for our Twitch account, so that way we can talk about the game in general. And of course, we're adding the Swanky Gaming Podcast to our element too, just to talk about it. That way we don't have to pick up a controller and go live. And be honest with you guys, it takes a lot to go live. You know, it takes a lot of camera work, it takes a lot of microphones, headphones, and internet connections. And then when the way we do it, we premiere it on Twitch, and then we got to backlog it for YouTube. It just takes a lot of work. And me being a businessman, and we're doing a lot of other things, I just don't have the time that I wish I did, but I just don't have that much time to really develop a whole series. So we decided to do a podcast instead because it's nice, it's fun, we keep it innovative, and you know, we don't really require that much setups for podcasting. So Final Fantasy VII, as back on topic here, Final Fantasy VII is a game that you just don't want to miss out on. I know it's the pandemic time and most people don't really have a lot of income, a lot of money to purchase a game like this yet, but if you have a little extra, I recommend you guys taking advantage and buying this game. This game is really, really amazing. The characters, to the design, to the mechanics of it is really phenomenal. And I'm actually going to play some later on today. So Final Fantasy VII is, of course, the remake, and, you know, they really developed the voice actors. We'll get down to the voice actors and the actors and characters in general. I love every single character. There's not one character that I just do not like. I liked every single character within this game, and I haven't seen all of the characters, but I've liked pretty much every character. Of course, Cloud, obviously, the main star of the game. Really, really amazing. He's very funny. We're actually on the part now where we just skipped that mission where he had to dress up as a woman so that way he can be auditioned so they can save Tifa. So that's the last part. Well, no, the last part I played last night kind of spooked me out because it was raining and it was stormy outside. This was after that when they go to the graveyard with the train station, they end up seeing some ghosts. So it kind of scared me a little bit because, you know, I was in my house. I had the lights on. It was dark. It was rainy last night. So I was just like, oh, snap. I'm kind of scared. But this game is very interesting, for sure. My favorite characters, that I do have a favorite. You know, I do have a favorite. Obviously, Aerith is one of my favorites because she's the delicate, the sweetheart, the angelic girl. And that's actually my type of girl. It's not in a weird way because she's a video game character, but the sweet, angelic type of girls, those are my type in a relationship. So when I first saw Aerith, and, you know, I'm playing as Aerith in the game, and I really get to know her moveset and her script and her character, it really made me kind of flaunt to her just a little bit. Tifa is a really good character too because they implemented a strong female character within the game. That's what I like about video games nowadays because they're having a lot of video games where they're trying to implement a strong female lead. If you look back at Horizon Zero Dawn, that's a strong female lead. So I really like it when video games do that. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Woo, that's a tongue twister, y'all. When that game came out, I got it because of that strong female lead. So Tifa is a great example for that. No exception to it. She has that strong female lead that I really, really like. Barrett Wallace, the strong, tough black dude. Like, I really love characters like that because it's funny. I can relate to the strong southern accent that he kind of has because we're all here in Atlanta, Georgia, and here with us southern people, we do have a Georgian accent. We say y'all. I say y'all a lot, you know, because I'm from Georgia. I'm from South Georgia, honestly. So I know about that strong southern accent. So that's why I can kind of relate to Barrett a little bit for sure. Johnny's just a little fast ass. You know, he's just the fast ass chick magnet, if you will. So Johnny he's a good character, and I'm not saying this, but what I'm about to say is not bad. He's kind of a douche, but in a good way. He's that douchey kind of guy. You got Wedge, the funny guy, the corny, funny, innocent, funny guy. You got Biggs, who is the kind of cool but nerdy kind of type. He shoot it straight with you, and it's just really cool. With that character, you got Madam M. Oh my God, y'all! This chick is sexual. Have you guys? Let me comment below if you guys passed this scene when it was the scene where we went to Walmart, and I keep thinking that they say Walmart a lot because I keep looking when they first said Walmart, I thought they said Walmart. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, Walmart? You guys can put Walmart in this game? So they said Walmart, and they get introduced with Madam M. And when Cloud goes for that massage, I thought, so in the game, Madam M gives a really good hand massage, but it just, for us younger adults, we portray of something else. I thought she was giving him head, honestly, in the game. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? Because he's moaning and he's about to give it up, So I thought she was just giving him head, honestly. But it was an arm massage, and after that scene, he comes out all in wow, and Eric asks him, "Hey, you all right? You acting funny?" And in my mind, he probably think, "Man, that was the best ever." It was just really funny. That scene was very, very funny. There are some sad moments into the game. I did have some shocking moments in there too. Marlene is the little girl that's Barrett's daughter. I played the scene last night, when they were in the train yard and the ghost scene. I thought she was a ghost. I was looking at it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, Marlene's a ghost? Like, what? But I gotta play more of that scene, because I didn't finish that scene out, so I don't really know what's behind that so much about it. This game is huge, it's massive, it's about 80 gigabytes on your PlayStation 4. I really recommend you guys getting this game, simply because it gives you something to do during the quarantine. And it's just very interesting. Square Enix really did a really, really good job with this game, because, at first the game was skeptical, but then a lot of people got really excited about it. And then we got back skeptical, because I believe it might have got delayed at one point. I do remember when this game first announced at E3. This was about 2 years ago, I want to say. Maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. They first announced it at E3, and yeah, I think it was the 2018 E3. And we saw the game, and we was like, okay, when is this game coming out? And I think they were supposed to come out in 2019, but it might have got delayed, of course, to this year, 2020. So, everyone's talking about this game. Everyone's playing this game. Even I'm playing this game due to a good hookup as well. This game is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Do I think they're going to bring it for Xbox? I don't know. You never know what these game companies are trying to do. Maybe, because they have quite a few Final Fantasy titles that is for Xbox One. There is a Final Fantasy title called Final Fantasy Type O, which I do have. Which, that was an okay game. I enjoyed it, but I think I enjoy this one because, number one, it's the newest Final Fantasy. It's a remake, and of course, they have this game English dub. Now, there is a way you can get the game with some subtitles if you're into that kind of thing. Most people, because this Square Enix is a Japanese company, so they and a lot of Japanese producers produce this game, so they really employ with that Japanese style. But this game is English dub, which I prefer, so that way I can just hear it and really enjoy the game. Comment below, let me know what you think about the game. I honestly give this a game a flat out 10 out of 10. I know that's rare that I do games 10 out of 10, but this game deserves a 10, perfect 10, because it really is good, because it's all different elements of a third-person shooter mixed in with an RPG with a great story. So I have no doubts. I have no doubt that this game is going to come really, really recommended to most gamers, and I have no doubts that they're going to be making more remakes. I think they should continue making more remakes of this game, because they really sell with this. They have a lot of about 1 million copies sold virtually over day one. Well, first week actually, about a couple million. Of copies digitally downloaded to your PlayStation 4. I got mine as a hookup for the digital. Some people do have disc. I decided to go digital because it's just easy. We're quarantined. I'm staying safe in my house. So I really recommend you guys going out and playing this game. Again, that's Final Fantasy VII, the remake. So that's going to do it for the Swanky Gaming Podcast. Let me know if you enjoyed the show. Please be sure to leave a comment. And at the link description below, of course, follow us on our Twitch account, the Swanky Gaming. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Stay swanky and continue to game on.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.